name is Saint Jason.
My name is Saint Emmanuel.
I was having sex in the dream with women that I didn't know, or they looked familiar in some sense, but I didn't know why. Then I tried to fast and pray, but it kept on happening and I didn't know why.
I've been in a warfare for almost a year now. Almost every night, anytime I go to bed, I usually have a certain kind of creatures coming to me to sleep with me, and each time any of this happen, it usually seems to be maybe something good is coming or maybe a blessing, I don't know, but I always see that happen during when I was trying to receive something.
It really affected me because every time it would happen, it would kind of like demotivate me to even pray or whatever, and I thought there was something maybe wrong with me internally, and yeah, it just caused me a very wasteful prayer life and not taking things seriously in the spirit.
During the University of the Deep Things of God, held on the 28th of July 2025, the bondservant of Christ John unveiled the profound spiritual and physical consequences of sexual sin outside of marriage. The saints got an opportunity to ask questions and not only received answers, but were ministered to.
And what made me go up, because it's something that I really wanted to know about, because I've been dealing with it for like maybe 2 years now, and I just wanted some clarity. Is sex in the dream fornication or any type of form of fornication?
There's an entanglement of the soul. It's a defilement, and it's not necessarily sin, but it is a form of witchcraft that is seducing your mind, that could possibly cause you to commit it in the physical. It's more or less like being trapped in the realm of the spirit under sexual spirits. So which could become, in fact, it's an expression of a stronghold in the spirit realms.
The man of God said to me that it's the devil trying to advocate me to do it in the physical realms, and also it's a way for him to steal my fortunes and treasures that God has stored up for me.
And it also depends on what type of sexual sins that you are in. It could possibly be because someone has cursed you with a spiritual spouse, so that your marriage is withheld, or there's a crisis in your relationships, or you're frustrated at work. Because once you're committing sex, it means that you are entangled. You are bonding with a spirit, okay, in the realms. So that spirit will act as though he is your husband, or he or she is your wife. So that spirit will have some certain level of influence. So it's something that demands deliverance quickly. You need to pray against it. It's not, I've always said, if it's something that happens more than once, twice, and you see that it's regularly happening, you need deliverance quickly. Yeah. It is quite a serious spiritual entanglement. Do you have that? How often?
It happens like maybe twice a month, maybe.
Twice a month? Yeah. How, every month? Twice?
Yeah, recurring.
Stand here. Lift your hands up. You unclean spirit of darkness, in the name of Yeshua the Christ, you will not possess his soul, and you will not again touch his innocence.
I remember just looking at him, and then I don't know what happened after that.
I am the bondservant of Christ, and you will depart, because Jesus has defeated you on the cross of Calvary. Carefully, shoes are upon us. Quiet. You must leave. You will not torment this young man again. You see, that's why we preach the way we preach. Who in this world can be talking to someone and then switch off over the spirit and start talking to a creature, and that creature responds immediately? We don't preach, we practicalize things. suddenly I saw a creature. It's a very fearful, ugly thing that turns into a beautiful woman in the night to seduce you. Ugly. As I looked, I saw what it changes into. Beautiful young girl that comes to seduce him.
The question is, each time I go to sleep, I usually see myself having a dream. Same thing like you said, having sexual intercourse with different kind of ladies.
And you've been having this spouse, this spiritual spouse for a long time. A stronghold cannot be cast out. Can either be staffed, cast down, or fed and rebuilt. It depends on how you utilize your five senses. What type of things do you see that you watch? Anything that can filter through your five senses. In terms of porno, nakedness of a woman, sexual scenes, it can, because that's already an existing stronghold. That powers that spiritual spouse. Secondly, the environment you live in. Do you have people who live in such kind of life?
And so where I stay is an environment that is filled with gangsters. Like, people do a lot of things there, and I usually pray every night and intercede for the community too. And each time I pray and I go to bed, I usually get visited with the spirits of that community. So it has really been a battle for me that I couldn't handle on my own, and I was like, am I really praying right, or is there anything that I'm doing that is wrong, that is affecting my prayer life?
That environment that you're in is territorially controlled by spirits. So you are not just dealing with a stronghold inside you, you're dealing with an atmosphere in that environment where these demons live. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
I would say that 90% of the time, it is the environment that you're in, friends that you keep around, people who are around you are possessed of the spirit. They smoke things that summon demons. The environment is intoxicated by spirits, and because of that, you are the only slightest light in that environment.
Sure.
So they invade you to press and suppress your soul. You've been battling this thing, battling it as much as you can, but it seems like there's no victory, right?
Yes, sir.
So this is now why. The environment, in fact, if I'm to really encourage you, my encouragement is, you know it.
Yeah, I know.
What is it?
To live.
Okay. I spoke to his spirit. The moment you leave that place, watch your life, watch your sleep. It's over. That's what the Bible says, flee. There are relationships you have to cut off, and you'll be free. There are places you have to stop going to, you are free. There are things you have to disengage from before you can be free. There are covenants that you must break. There are people you must cut off from for freedom to happen spiritually.
Papa said he's gonna put an atmosphere on me.
I want to give you an atmosphere. There's an atmosphere. This is my first time of doing this. I'm sending you with an atmosphere to clear that atmosphere in that area, and that every demon that lives in that environment will be sucked into hell in the name of the Lord Jesus the Christ. Hold it for me. Beli Shazahid Abad Ilali Pural
I felt this surge of power, and all my body was just shaking. I couldn't handle the power. I just felt something leaving my whole body, and my body was free.
Really free to shows of horror. It's done.
It is a blessing to have a father like this who cares about his sheep.
I came to the University of Deep Things of God just expecting some insight, but I got more than I came for. So I'm feeling blessed, I'm feeling grateful, and I thank you, Papa, and for your teachings and your rawness to not being faulted. Yeah, I'm appreciative.
Upcoming conferences with the Bondservant of Christ, John, Roar for New Zealand, 22nd to the 23rd of August 2025. Venue, Sir Wolf Fisher Arena. Located at the Dewdrop Event Centre in Manukau, Auckland, New Zealand. 770 Great South Road, Wiri, Manukau, Auckland. 2104, New Zealand. To register, kindly scan the QR code on the screen or use the link dub.sh/roar.
International Ministers Conference, the 14th to the 17th of August 2025. Venue, 284 Voortrekker Road, Maitland, Cape Town, South Africa. To register, visit our website, www.spiritrevelationchurch.org/events, or scan the QR code on the screen, which will take you to our Eventbrite page.
The Book of Revelation Bible School. 3 days of revelatory depth into the final scroll. Dates 11th to the 13th of August 2025. Morning session 9 a.m. and evening session 6 p.m. Venue 284 Voortrekker Road, Maitland, Cape Town, South Africa. To register, visit our website www.spiritrevelationchurch.org/events, or scan the QR code on the screen, which will take you to our Eventbrite page.
See you there, and see you in the realms.